Would I buy this business? There is a piano bar for sale in El Paso, Texas, that could be an opportunity for you to buy your next business. I'm going to review it, tell you if I would buy it, the positives, the negatives, run the numbers, and tell you if the purchase price is fair and if you would actually make money if you were to buy this on a loan. You get to get inside my head and see my mentality when I'm going after and buying businesses. My name is Nate Jones. If you like this type of content, I post a video every day at 1:15 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Let's get into this business for sale right now. Alrighty, we have a piano bar for sale in El Paso, Texas. It is Elton's Dueling Piano Bar in the premier El Paso music destination. Okay, we'll see about that. So here's the piano bar. There's a couple pictures. It looks very clean. Their website does ask if you're 24 or 21 years or older, so I cannot show the website, but if you want to, you can Google it and find the website on this business. But this business, I'll get into the numbers in a second, but it looks like there's a good opportunity for kind of a one of its own kind in the El Paso area. It talks about how it's electric. Again, like I've said in my other videos, I don't get too much into this, right? If anything, I'm looking for negatives in here. I'm not looking for somebody to oversell me on their business. Quite frankly, I want to get into the numbers before I even look into this, but it's really good to see what's going on. The inventory is included in the asking price, so is the furniture. So we're just going through here. $3,000 a month lease, which is pretty favorable. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. And it looks like there's some opportunities for growth and expansion. Again, you don't want to buy a business unless you're going to grow it. So this is good to see in here that he already sees that there's, or he or she already sees that there's potential growth and expansion. Reason for selling, it's in here, pursuing new opportunities. That's always a red flag for me, because if this opportunity was so good, would he be pursuing new opportunities? And I'm going to tell you why I don't believe that there is, why I believe there's kind of a red flag here anyways. But yeah, so this is the business. You can always read the description, but let's get into the numbers over here, right? So the furniture that he has, which is the FF&E, furniture, fixtures, and equipment, is $200,000, okay? Inventory is $40,000. Where is that? Right here, inventory $40,000. Both of these are included in the purchase price, but the purchase price is $220,000. So that means the value, goodwill of this business, he's taking a 20% wash on his value of his furniture and equipment. Now, let me say this one thing. Maybe he's overshooting what his furniture and equipment really is. Maybe it's actually less. But this is kind of a red flag for me, because I would say, hey, you would at least sell everything at value and then add a little bit more value into your business. But maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to assume that this is a red. I'm going to kind of be skeptical of this just from this beginning here. Gross revenue, $840. Cash flow, $120. 14% profit margin. That's a low profit margin. I don't like that. But that's kind of the point of buying a business, is that you can go in and see what expenses are being spent that you could remove. That's the private equity model. That's the great business owner model. If you're going to go buy businesses, you do both two things. You remove expenses and you raise revenue. So there might be some room here to trim some fat. Multiple is 1.83, but that's really on the furniture and inventory, which is basically means a multiple on the cash flow, the EBITDA, which is 120. So the multiple on that is 1.83 on the purchase price here, okay? If we were to pay cash, we would get 50% of our cash money back, right? 120. So that's pretty good. The numbers really line up on this business, which is kind of interesting, because I'm like, why is this guy selling it for this cheap? There's got to be a reason why, because the numbers make sense. Even if we finance it, the numbers make even more sense. 20% down on this business is going to be $44,000. Our loan amount is going to be $176. 10-year term, 10% interest rate. Get a variable interest rate, because if rates go down, this will go down. Variable interest rate means that every quarter or every month they reassess what they're charging you based on a rate. Like, I have a business loan, it's the rate is dependent on the prime rate of the Wall Street Journal. So when that changes, my rate changes, okay? So get a variable interest rate, because interest rates are probably going to go down. This is my opinion. Always consult a professional, obviously, right? Monthly payment is going to be $2,325. So your cash flow before the loan is $120, which is a round number. I don't really like round numbers, but they probably put round numbers in here. $120, that means that your monthly cash flow before the loan is $10,000. Our monthly payment on the loans $2,325. So we're cash flowing $7,675. Profit is $92,100 based on our down payment of $44. We're profiting $92. So that means we're getting a 209% return on our initial $44,000 investment. This is why I always say, if you are okay with debt, debt will provide the biggest return on your investment if you buy a business that is an asset that is priced correctly. This business is priced really good. I would say this business is priced so good that you want to start asking questions, okay? So the opportunity, like the guy said, new hours, scale company, add some more excitement, add more events, all that stuff. You want to come in with a positive attitude and you'll grow this business. The questions I would ask: why are you selling? You're pursuing other opportunities, but why would you pursue other opportunities if this is such a great opportunity? Maybe there's some honesty in that. Maybe he's like, hey, I have other businesses that are doing really well. This is kind of taking up a little bit more of my time and I could really scale it, but I just don't have time, so I really want to get out from underneath it. But this is what I see here is he's spent a lot of money on the inventory, on the furniture and equipment, but he's not wanting that out of it. So he's basically selling this almost at a loss, unless he hasn't depreciated this, but he's almost selling it at a loss. So this is almost too good of a purchase price in my opinion. Why is this so good? Why are you selling? Why are you selling? This is doing so good because right now you're cash flowing $120 a year and he has 8 employees. If we scroll down here, 8 employees, right? So one of my questions I have, if we skip down to here, 8 employees, are they part-time? Are they bartenders? Do you have a manager, general manager? What is this? Because I might actually hit this guy up and see, hey, is there a manager? Is this kind of a absentee business? Like, what are we doing here? Are you working all day long? What's going on? I want to know what the owner is doing, because if I'm the owner and I'm going to be the new owner, I'm going to take his place. So I want to know, is there room for me to bring in a general manager? Is there not room for it? Is there a general manager already in place? What's going on, right? Can I look, and this is another important thing, look at the last 5 years' revenue and cash flow. This will tell you if the business has increased or decreased. Now, you might have to look at COVID and you might have to see what's going on during then, because there may have been a downturn just because he couldn't have been open, but I don't know when he actually opened his business. His lease goes till 2027. That's an interesting thing to think about, because if things go south in this purchase price, you're going to have that lease. He started in 2022, so he's only been doing this a year. Why is he selling this a year in? Could it be? I don't know. That's just interesting to me. He's only been in business a year, and he's wanting to sell. So this is kind of hard, because it's going to be hard for you to get a business loan unless you have your personal assets tied to it, because the business has only been in operation a year. This is going to kind of complicate everything. Like I'm saying, why are you selling if you started in 2022? What's going on here? This is kind of interesting to me. This is a little bit of a red flag. But all red flags can be cleared up by asking comprehensive questions. Okay, so another thing is, can we keep the name, branding, and marketing? Okay, 8 employees, part-time bartenders. I want to see financial records. I want to see bank statements. I want to see tax returns. All 3 documents, all 3 sets of documents, types of documents should correspond with each other. The bank statement should match the tax returns, should match the financial records. Everything should match together. If they don't, you got to be asking questions, okay? Can we meet in person at the location? So if the business broker is on this, I don't know if a business broker is on this. Quite frankly, I don't want to promote them, so I'm not going to share if there are or not, but you can look this up. I want to meet with the owner in person at his location, and I want to ask these hard-hitting questions. Why are you selling? What is this going on? Because this is a big purchase, right? You know, he's selling it at a loss. Why are you selling it at a loss? You started this, less than a year ago, right? Maybe more than a year ago, since we're at the end of 2023 here. But you started this over a year ago. What's going on? Why are you selling? Why are you selling here at a loss when you paid all this money to get this thing going? Did he finance it all? Is he at a high interest rate? He's losing money, but even with this cash flow from what I ran at a 10% interest rate, he's not losing money. So I don't know. Maybe he spent more money on building everything out than the 240. I don't know, but we need to understand, right? We don't want to rescue a sinking ship because we probably don't have the strength to keep it from sinking, right? So I don't know if this is a sinking ship, or if this is something that we can come in and grab at a great deal, at a great price, and really scale up and have a successful business. I don't know until we sit down and talk with the owner. But the nice thing is, this would, in my opinion, breed another conversation, because the cash flow and the financing and everything looks really great at the current asking price. That means at the current asking price, it's already a good deal. And if I can get them to come down a little bit, I'm going to have an amazing deal. So, so far, this is a business that I would look further into. It was posted within the last 3 days, but I would look further into this deal, and I would want to know what is going on and ask some clarifying questions to see if I want to push forward on this. This is what you need to be doing with so many different types of businesses if you're wanting to buy businesses. This is not something I would say, yes, I'm going to buy. No business, yes, I'm going to buy. It's, hey, I'm interested, but if I hear something that is not within my appetite of risk, of what I want, of the business that I want to buy, I will wait for the next business to come across my plate. So if you like today's video, every day at 1:15 p.m., I post a video about how to buy a business, scale a business, grow a business, and I would be happy to help you out. If you want to talk about business, hit me up. I'll give you a 30-minute phone call to talk through what you got going on. My name's Nate Jones. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. Thanks.